Okay, so welcome to our application. This is called Refine. This is Team 10's FSE100 FMS project, and I'm going to be showing you how to navigate around the app. So this is the home screen, and on the home screen has the title, these buttons for the individual games, the settings icon, and the info icon. So first we're going to click on the info icon. Now this is the info page, title, and header. For the game info, this is the description of our app and why it is useful and relevant to the project description. So this game was created to assist individuals suffering from ataxia in refining motor skills lost. It aims to provide accessible physical therapy to all patients and has extra benefit as a standalone application for other groups of people, such as the elderly, to take advantage of the activities. And the activities in question being, those activities that refine the motor skills and that help with keeping, all control over bodily, capabilities intact, even through old age, as is described here. And here's the developer info. This is Team 10, Diego, Kevin, Danijela, and Charmy, and this is our final project. So we're going to hit the back button to return to the home page, and we're going to go to the settings. Now this settings icon takes us to the settings page, again with the back button for later, with two sliders, the first one being for the brightness, just in case you want more of a dark mode theme, or in the opposite direction, a much lighter blue. And this will, improve visibility, and also, the lower brightness setting is higher contrast for people who may suffer, with color blindness or any other impairments that might, affect the way that they see the application. And this music slider also affects the background music that will always be playing. So it can be adjusted like that, and I'm going to leave it a little lower. Alright, there we go. So this back button will take us back to the main menu again. And now we will check out the games. First is a puzzle game. Here are the instructions. A digital picture has been fragmented. Drag and drop the pieces back together to fix the damage. And so the description of the difficulties. Easy is the 3x3 grid, medium 4x4, hard 5x5. So we'll go to the easy game. As you can see, the timer for 3 seconds, as it's counting up, shows the entire image that needs to be constructed. And then the user is able to directly drag in these pieces of the puzzle. As you can see, I'm clicking on the pieces, dragging them into this grid area, which is locking them into place. And from there, completes this. And this, again, before I complete it, this helps with motor skills, being able to, construct a visual image in your head, as well as, being able to drag and drop, hand-eye coordination, things like that. We'll check out the pause screen really quickly. So this pause, click on the text to continue. And again, the header, the back button, and then as we complete the grid, I'm going to wait for a couple more seconds. As we can see, the timer is counting up, and the minutes will increase as soon as it hits 1 minute. And the next part of our application that's pretty important for this one game, when it hits 1 minute, it again shows the entire image overlaid over the grid, just in case you need that extra help finishing the picture. So there we go. I completed the picture. Has a you-win screen ending time stored in the memory, and this will be reset as soon as we exit the game, as well as the image. However, there are two different options. If you want to play this image again specifically, you can click anywhere, and it'll start the same image again with all the things messed up. If you want a new image, you can press back, go back into the application, and you'll get a completely new one, this time with the dog, as you can see. So that's all the functionalities of the buttons and the games. As we can see here, there are medium, different images as the other ones, and as you can see, it's a 4x4 grid. If I drag these out of the way, 4x4 here, so this is just for slight difficulty increase. If we're going to go back to the main menu, and as you can see here, hard, also again, even more of a difficulty increase. And this is where that, minute-long timer, and then it shows the image again, comes in handy, because these can be a bit challenging. But the challenge is necessary to develop these skills that, are important for everyone. And as you can see, I could complete this 5x5 grid, but we're going to move on to the next game for now. Back to the menu screen with the back button, and we're going to go to the maze game. So here's the instructions. You've been placed at the start of a maze. Find your way out to win. So the difficulty descriptions, easy is an easy maze, medium maze, and hard is a hard maze. These are all going to be different maze images, and that's what differentiates the difficulties. So we're going to click on easy. As you can see, the instructions are right around here. Press anywhere to start, It's going to start the score counter at 1,000 to give you a default base for where you should be increasing from. Again, we're going to check the pause button, which works similarly, and then score right like that. And remember, just a reminder, keep holding it on the mouse. So here is the instructions. As you can see, press anywhere to start, keep holding on the mouse. We're going to have to go directly into the maze. As you can see, while I'm dragging it, the score is increasing. If I let go, the score stops. So I'm going to continue dragging it through the maze. If you can see, I hit the barrier, my score starts very rapidly decreasing. So I'm now back down to 10,021, and I'm going to go even lower just to demonstrate. See how quickly the score is decreasing? So I cannot touch the barriers. So we're going to go through this maze really quickly. The score is increasing as I move along. And again, these mazes are fairly challenging, and the purpose of this game specifically, the maze game, is to improve that, again, the hand-eye coordination, fine motor skills. This requires a lot of precision to be able to drag and avoid hitting these outside barriers. So this one is definitely a coordination step up from the puzzle game. Mental capabilities, are similar requirements, I would say, for both of them. My hand's getting a little tired, so we'll keep moving. As you can see, my score is still increasing, and it will continue to increase as I drag the thing all the way down. And we're going to go up directly into the middle. Congratulations, the score is 1306. It's going to save that score again in the memory until it's reset by going back. As we demonstrated, the pause button works, the title, and the back button. So that's the basic capabilities of the maze game. We'll check out the medium and hard mazes. As you can see, here's the medium and hard mazes. The score will not increase until I start from the beginning. So I will do that, and I could go through the entire maze. I'm not going to do that right now. But as you can see, this one's a slightly more challenging game. Same instructions, same pause button functionality. We're going to go to the hard maze now. As you can see, again, even more of a challenging maze. And these circular mazes, have a little bit more efficiency than square mazes, because these are typically more challenging. And it looks rather straightforward, but it does take a lot more time to get around the entire circle. And that's the important thing, is to be able to extend the functionality of these mazes to be able to provide extra support and, again, a longer playtime for the people who are attempting to go through all of this. And the importance of these are, again, for fine motor skills, because, coordination is the most important aspect of our application. So that's the maze game. The third and final game, the Endless Runner. Here's the description and instructions. Run as fast as you can to escape using this spacebar to vault obstacles. Game speed will progressively get faster as time passes. So, there's the Endless Runner. Back button also will work on all of these intro screens, as I've demonstrated, just like that. So we're going to click on the Endless Runner, and we're going to hit Start. This is an embedded sketch. We have the code as well in our other document. So this was embedded initially to make sure that the frame rate was viable for the application and make sure that there was less lag. However, my computer is not the most optimal for this recording, so it may lag a little bit, but it does run perfectly fine. And again, I'll test the back button just to show you that that works. So we're going to hit Start one more time, Endless Runner. And there is no pause button on the sketch right now because it is embedded, but this start, this gate right here, the start gate, will wait until you press Start. And this is, again, just to quickly describe, this is an iframe. It's loaded in the very beginning of the application, and it is only displayed and then reset once the back button is hit. It's only displayed once this screen is called. So we're going to go through this application. As you can see in the top left, the score is counting up, and yeah, again, as I said, it might be a little laggy because my computer is not the most ideal for this recording. But you can see up in the top, our score is counting up, and I'm hitting the space bar on my computer to make the little alien jump. As you can see, the alien has a couple different modes of, states of existence, I'll call them. As you can see, when he jumps in the air and he has a jumping animation. While he's running on the ground, that GIF will, continue to run. And as you can see, my score is increasing, and there is a high score on this one. Now, this is the interesting part about this. This high score I had set before on my computer, and so this is a locally stored high score. It doesn't matter that this is an iframe sketch embedded in the main process. This high score was stored, and it has been stored from my client playing this application. So, as you can see, again, just to describe a little further, this alien and the alien theme we thought would be an interesting theme to take on, particularly because some of the puzzle games, as you saw, the first puzzle game that I completed was also an alien. So just a little bit of an outside theme, apart from our default color scheme of navy and gold. So I'm going to allow a collision. As you can see, there's a game over, and it recognizes that collision causes the game over. So the importance of this sketch is, again, hand-eye coordination, and the importance is, you know, the fact that you're clicking the spacebar and watching the alien jump. Those are, you know, feedback to the inputs that you're giving the computer, and again, coordination. As it gets progressively harder, it becomes, you know, harder and harder to keep up with the cacti that are on their way. And so that's when, you know, reflexes and things are being trained. And, you know, again, this helps patients with ataxia because, you know, like we said, loss of motor skills are, you know, heavy results of this medical condition. So that's how this sketch helps out with that. So I'm going to go back to the main menu screen. And that is a demonstration for our Refine application. We hope you liked it. Again, Team 10, Diego, Kevin, Danijela, and Charmy. And yeah, we hope you enjoyed. We put a lot of work into this, and each of these 3 games are, you know, help refine motor skills in a different way. This one with hand-eye coordination, mental capabilities, as well as being able to recognize an image. The maze, careful precision and dragging the, you know, the circle through the maze. And the endless runner, reflexes and timing and more hand-eye coordination, things like that. So yeah, thank you.